Avoid these common mistakes during arguments with your partner. Hello and welcome to our video on things not to do while arguing with your lover. In this extended video, we'll be diving deeper into the common mistakes people make while arguing with their partners, and providing actionable tips for how to handle conflicts in a healthy and constructive way. Whether you're in a long-term relationship or just starting out, this video is for you. Mistake number 1. Bringing up past issues. One of the biggest mistakes people make when arguing with their partner is bringing up past issues. This can be tempting, especially if you feel like your partner has done something similar in the past, but it only serves to make the argument more heated and less productive. Instead, focus on the issue at hand and try to find a solution that works for both of you. If you find yourself wanting to bring up past issues, take a moment to reflect on why you feel that way. Are you feeling hurt or frustrated by something your partner did in the past? If so, try to address that issue separately from the current argument. By keeping the past separate from the present, you'll be able to focus on finding a solution to the current problem. Mistake number 2. Interrupting your partner. Another common mistake people make when arguing with their partner is interrupting them. Interrupting your partner not only shows a lack of respect but also makes it harder to communicate effectively. Instead, try to actively listen to what your partner is saying and respond in a calm and respectful manner. If you find yourself getting defensive or wanting to interrupt, take a deep breath and remind yourself to listen actively. It can be helpful to repeat back what your partner is saying to make sure you understand their perspective. By doing so, you'll be able to have a more productive conversation and find a solution that works for both of you. Mistake number 3. Using hurtful language. Using hurtful language during an argument is never a good idea. It's important to remember that the words you say during an argument can have a lasting impact on your relationship, even long after the argument is over. Instead, try to express your feelings in a calm and respectful manner. If you find yourself getting emotional or using hurtful language, take a break and come back to the conversation when you're feeling more level-headed. It can also be helpful to use I statements instead of you statements. For example, instead of saying, "You always do this," try saying, "I feel hurt when this happens." By expressing your feelings in a non-blaming way, you'll be able to have a more productive conversation. Mistake number 4. Making assumptions. Making assumptions is another common mistake people make when arguing with their partner. Assuming you know what your partner is thinking or feeling can lead to misunderstandings and miscommunication. Instead, ask your partner how they're feeling and what they're thinking. If you're not sure what your partner is thinking or feeling, ask. It can be helpful to use open-ended questions, such as, "How do you feel about this?" or "What do you think we should do?" By asking questions and actively listening to the response, you'll be able to have a more productive conversation and find a solution that works for both of you. Mistake number 5. Refusing to compromise. Refusing to compromise is a surefire way to escalate an argument. It's important to remember that relationships are about give and take, and compromise is a key component of that. Instead of digging in your heels and refusing to budge, try to find a solution that works for both of you. If you find yourself unwilling to compromise, ask yourself why. Are you feeling defensive or hurt? Is there a way you can compromise that still honors your needs and feelings? By being willing to compromise, you'll be able to find a solution that works for both of you and strengthen your relationship in the process. Mistake number 6. Dismissing your partner's feelings. Dismissing your partner's feelings is a common mistake people make when arguing. It's important to remember that everyone experiences emotions differently, and what might seem like a small issue to you might be a big deal to your partner. Instead of dismissing your partner's feelings, try to validate them and find a solution that works for both of you. If you find yourself dismissing your partner's feelings, take a step back and try to understand where they're coming from. Ask them to explain their perspective and actively listen to their response. By validating their feelings and working together to find a solution, you'll be able to strengthen your relationship and build trust and understanding. Mistake number 7. Allowing the argument to escalate. Allowing the argument to escalate is one of the biggest mistakes people make when arguing with their partner. When emotions are high, it can be easy to say things you don't mean or do things you regret. Instead of allowing the argument to escalate, try to take a step back and calm down. If you feel like the argument is starting to escalate, take a break and come back to the conversation when you're feeling more level-headed. It can be helpful to take a walk, do some deep breathing exercises, or engage in another calming activity. By taking a break, you'll be able to approach the conversation with a clearer head and find a solution that works for both of you. In conclusion, arguing with your partner is a normal part of any relationship, but it's important to approach those arguments in a healthy and constructive way. By avoiding these common mistakes and following these tips, you'll be able to communicate effectively, find solutions that work for both of you, and strengthen your relationship in the process. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.